If you've clicked on this video, you probably have 3 or 4, maybe 5 or 7 different pension pots, and you're probably paying 5 or 6 different lots of fees with 5 or 6 different logins, and that's if you bother to log in and pay attention to them. And that's exactly what this video is about combining them into one place. But who am I? I'm Ryan, I'm a chartered financial advisor, and it's quite literally my job to help you make better informed decisions. But what is pension consolidation? In a nutshell, it is the process of combining pensions into one place. That's it, really simple. And there's a number of reasons why people like to do this. The main benefits here, which you'll see on screen, is easier management. One login, one statement, one retirement plan, which is crucial for those approaching retirement age. The other benefit is consistency. The same investment approach. There's potentially cost savings. Some of these pension providers are terrible. They're archaic and they can be expensive. I won't name them, shame them here, but you'll know if you ever look at those statements. The other thing is there's less chance of admin problems later. So if something happens to you and you pass away, or you become mentally unable to look after your situation and the power of attorney is in place, it's really important that your pots are in one place, because you have to send multiple letters to multiple different companies just to get basic information. And that's very time consuming, can be very expensive. The other thing is there's less chance of losing your pension pots. Those pots that maybe have 50 quid in, 200 pounds in, maybe a few £1,000s in, depending on who you are, they're easily lost because you don't see them as relevant. I've got a really good story from a widow. She was in her 70s when I was working at Fidelity International, and she found a document from 1995 from her husband who'd passed away a number of years back, and she was flat broke. She was like struggling. She was considering moving the property, like selling the property. And it turned out in this account, there was like 45, 50,000 pounds just sitting there. And the good news was I get to meet her in person, do some anti-money laundering checks to make sure she's not a pirate, and actually give her that money, which was an incredibly emotional situation for me because she was genuinely like so desperate, so in need. And this was a lost pension pot just because of poor administration. She had paperwork all over her house. It was insane. This leads quite nicely onto the worries of moving your pension pots. To put it on screen, there's different types of pension pots. Some of these pensions you can't move easily and you need regulated advice. Typically, those defined benefit final salary pensions that you get with certain workplaces where you work for a number of years and then you get paid a certain income when you get to retirement age. You can convert those into defined contribution access pots, but you need advice for them typically unless it's under a certain amount. Anyway, the main worries here is that you might lose some of the benefits. There are safeguarded benefits to some of these pension pots. So one of these benefits is guaranteed annuity rates, where you might get enhanced offering for your lump sum, which could be better than, or just safer than investing, because it's a guaranteed income for the rest of your life. The other thing is that sometimes there are protected tax-free cash elements. So we all know we can take 25% tax-free cash. Some people, depending on which company and how long they were there, can actually take 30 or 35%, I think is the highest I've actually seen. I think it's 33%. But you could lose those benefits. The other key consideration here is there's so many scams online. And so you might see an ad, you click it, you give them all your data, and then boom, they've found a way to steal your pension because they're greedy little cretins. But that's another video and I don't want to speak about that. So here's a quick consolidation checklist for you. I've put it on screen. I'm not going to bore you and talk all the way through it, but it's a number of things you can do to make sure you're making a better informed decision. The key thing here is that it makes sense for the vast majority of people to combine their pension pots just so they've got a key, consistent investment strategy. They know their fees, they understand the options available to them when they want to take their money, and it's just a cleaner method because, again, most of these pension providers that are set up for your workplace pensions are rubbish. Like, their systems are so archaic. They're very limited investment ranges. Some of them have maybe 3 or 4 funds. Some of the better ones maybe have 30 or 40.